The EU are plotting to tell Theresa May if she doesn't get her Brexit deal through Parliament and wants to delay Brexit, the UK will have to remain in the bloc until at least 2021. 3 EU insiders said senior figures and governments are backing an extension of as much as 21 months beyond the current March 29 deadline. Officials on both sides now anticipate some form of extension as a way of avoiding a no-deal scenario. The idea of remaining in the EU for another 3 months as suggested by UK MPs. However, EU officials believe such a short postponement wouldn't be enough time to make ground and break the deadlock. One EU diplomat said, if leaders see any purpose in extending, which is not a certainty given the situation in the UK, they will not do a rolling cliff edge but go long to ensure a decent period to solve the outstanding issues or batten down the hatches. A 21-month extension makes sense as it would cover the multi-financial framework, the EU's budget period, and make things easier. Brexit could be delayed until 2021 under outrageous new plans being plotted by senior European Union image Getty. Theresa May meets with EU Council President Donald Tusk during the first Arab-European summit. Image Getty. 3 EU officials said senior figures and governments are backing an extension. Image Getty. Provided leaders are not completely down with Brexit fatigue, and a 3-month technical extension won't cut it. I would expect a 21-month kick of the can. It is doing the rounds in Brussels corridors. Martin Selmayr, the European Commission's Secretary-General, among others, also fond of the idea. Mrs. May is desperately trying to make changes to her current Brexit deal in a last-ditch attempt to get it passed through Parliament. Theresa May meets President of the European Commission Jean-Claude Juncker in Brussels. Image Getty. But senior insiders in Brussels put the chance of the UK crashing out without a deal at more than 50%. An insider said, some say, we can have Norway, we can have Canada, we can have a customs union, we can't have a customs union. Some of them say we are not to be trusted because they think we're going to use the backstop to keep them in the EU forever. But if you look at the confusion, you can see precisely why the backstop is necessary. Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz told reporters as he arrived for an EU Arab League summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt on Sunday, if by the beginning of March there's no support for the deal, then I think it would be good to postpone Brexit, because a no-deal scenario is bad for the EU but extremely bad for the UK. By offering a long extension period, pro-Brexit lawmakers could be forced to decide between Mrs. May's Brexit division or the possibility of Brexit being stopped. One EU official said by postponing Brexit, it would allow the UK time to get back around the negotiating table to thrash out a better deal. Mrs. May said on the way to the summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, we want to leave the European Union on March 29 with a deal. That's what we're working for, and we've had good progress, constructive discussions with the European Union, and we'll be continuing that work so we can leave on March 29 and leave with a deal.